Every pregnancy needs utmost care and attention. But certain pregnancies need a little extra attention. An Rh negative mother carrying an Rh positive baby is at increased risk of complications. BSV is at the forefront to ensure safe delivery in every Rh negative pregnancy.
So, hello and welcome to the Outside View, brought to you by Women's Quick Zone, presented by BSV, PUMA, Food and Wellness, and MRI Hospitals. So, the match 8 of the World Cup will be between India and New Zealand, and previewing the game from with me are Britany and Julia. Welcome, both of you. So, first things first, we of course know that New Zealand dominated the proceedings against India, but this is a one-off the World Cup. India also have a winning momentum by their side. So, contest of evenly matched outfits, Brittany.
Yeah, very much so. I think that, even though New Zealand played a series against India and won, there was some good cricket being played that India was being playing against New Zealand. I think just going in this game, both teams just have to forget about the game they played against each other, because as you rightfully said, that was a series and this is a one-off game. It don't have no okay, I play you in the next two games or anything like that. I think New Zealand will want to come out hard, but knowing India going to want to set an example, as what happened in the last couple of weeks is that is not the team we are.
Definitely. You agree to that, Julia? Because though New Zealand won the series 4-0, it's a one-off game and India dominated the proceedings with the ball and they had a pretty decent, like they had collapses in the first game against Pakistan as well, but then a few partnerships led them to a decent total. So they'll have their spirits high heading onto the game against New Zealand.
Yeah, even though New Zealand won the series 4-1, obviously India won the last game, which gives them a little bit of momentum going into this. I just think both of them were using the series really to get a feel about where their team was, what were the best sort of options for them with the ball and with the bat in different positions and different roles. So this is what they've been. That sort of series was about, is this game coming up tomorrow. So yeah, it'll be really interesting. I think New Zealand definitely will have some confidence going into the series into the game tomorrow because they won the series 4-1. But yeah, in the end, it comes back to it's a World Cup game. It's a different sort of beast now.
And about the top order, Julia, Smriti Mandhana, of course, scored her half century, but she needs that support from Shafali Verma as well. Shafali Verma is known for hitting it big, accelerating the pace of the innings. But then if there are dot balls, if there's pressure, the pressure comes on the other batter as well. So Shafali Verma, young talent, how does one deal with a game? Like she has also been off color since lately. So how does one deal with it and then come up and then perform well for the side?
Yeah, well, that's where the team needs to get around her. The senior players need to be helping her through. She's not that 16-year-old that we all saw and were amazed at about how she whacks them around. Anywhere, everyone's got the vision now. They've seen her. They've been able to analyse her, and they know what areas to bowl in. So it's getting a lot harder for her all the time, and it will continue to get hard for her. But at the same time, she's a good athlete. She understands, her intent of where she wants to score and how she wants to score. She just needs to be a bit more patient. We keep talking about this patience, and I think the prevalence of T20 cricket in the society at the moment is probably really putting a bit of pressure on a lot of these batters to think that they've got to go out there and be scoring at 90, 100 strike rate pretty early in their innings. We saw Meg Lanning the other day. She was 1 off 19 and ended up getting out early, but got out for 35 off 35. So in 50 over cricket, you could really catch up.
Of course, and how can we not just talk about Amelia Kerr? Comes with a splendid form. Even in the first game, she did not pick wickets, but was quite economical with the ball. But then in the last game against Bangladesh, Amelia Kerr and Susie Bates' partnership led them to victory. And how would you sum up the Bates innings, is specifically Britany, because she completed 3,000 ODI runs in the home ground and looked just terrific on the field that day, playing those shots comfortably, finding gaps. Your thoughts on her?
She's been coming in with a lot of great form. The fact that she is such a great leader in the field, on the field, that even if they lost the fine, she plays that role to stay and bat long. And then I believe that Amelia Kerr has taken a lot out of her page, because you see Amelia now batting with this passion and batting with so sensible, if you looked at Duran's score against England in that series, it was there was no harsh shot. It was just simple, smooth pattern, and she made that series her series look so pure. And if you look at the game against Bangladesh, she continued in that. So it's good to see that Amelia Cole is growing in strength, and I'm excited to see that when New Zealand is on the back foot, how she's going to respond.
Of course, and a word on Amy Settertweet as well. Experience, we say, that counts a lot in a event like that of World Cup. She gets into the attack. New Zealand wanted those breakthroughs, and she gave New Zealand that breakthroughs. Your thoughts on her importance in the team, Julia?
Well, it's not even just with the bat. We saw that the other day. She came on and picked up 3 wickets. They adjusted really nicely. Sophie Devine, good captain, very intuitive, and she could see that taking the pace off was the way to go. And Amy Satterthwaite hasn't bowled a lot of overs lately, but straight onto it, picks up the 3 wickets, and plays a huge part in the game with the bat as well, batting at number 4. Number 4 and 5 are tough positions to be batting at in a one-day game, because you could be in the power play, or you could be trying to finish the game. It's sort of, you've got to be so adaptable with your game, and that's where it's great to have someone experienced like Amy Satterthwaite and coming in with someone like a Maddie Green or Katie Martin, because they've got a bit more experience in that sort of middle order and can adapt their game a lot better. So she is vital, and obviously being a previous captain as well, just knows the game very, very well, and can really read it well, and knows when to go, and her own role in the innings as well when she's batting.
So prediction time now. Of course, I'll not ask you the pick of the bowlers and the batters. We'll do that in the pre-mid post shows. But then now I'll just ask you, who do you think is winning the game? Julia first, and then Britany.
I'm going to go New Zealand. Again, I think it's going to be another tight one, but I just think New Zealand at the moment, playing at home, they're in pretty good form. Even though India had a pretty good win the other day, I just feel that New Zealand have got a good confidence about them. The good win over Bangladesh the other day, I think, will keep their spirits up. They only just lost to the West Indies the other night. Obviously, a great team, Britany. So I'm going to go with New Zealand to say that they're going to take this one off India.
Tight game, but New Zealand, says Julia. Britany.
Yep.
Finally, we are on the same page. Yes, I'm going to go with New Zealand. Winning 4-0 coming into the series. Yes, they lost against West Indies, but if you look at the innings that New Zealand played against West Indies, was a pretty decent winning innings. And yeah, they are playing at home, and I just think that New Zealand is going to keep growing from strength to strength. That loss is out of the way, and in this game against India will show how they're going to bounce back and go forward. Because if you look at their fixtures, it's tough games after tough games, because they need to win every game now. England already lost 2. All New Zealand have to win is at least the next 3-4, and they'll be in that top 4.
So both the experts on the same page. It's going to be Sophie Devine versus Mithali Raj, two experienced captains. New Zealand, of course, have the winning momentum from the series, but India also have won a game in this World Cup. So it will be an intriguing contest. We'll, of course, join you in the pre, mid, and post shows tomorrow. Until then, you stay tuned to Women's Cricket Zone for all the updates on women's cricket.